Well, good morning, everybody. Today is January the 18th, 2014. And as you can see, we have no snow. We've had about 2 weeks steady of warm temperatures and lots of rain. And as a result, all the snow that we've had is now gone. So, I figured I'd take the ATV down to the local golf course, try the golf cart trails, just travel the golf cart trails and check them out since I haven't ever driven around the golf course or even walked around the golf course. So just to get a feel for the layout and all that good stuff. But I decided just to stay on the golf cart trails. But my main thing was to head down and see the river in the golf course because with all the rain and the melting snow, I can only imagine that the wind or the water level must be very high. So anyways, I left the house, cut down to this little trail that takes us out onto the golf course, and before too long we'll be actually on the golf course trail. And I also take a little quick run out just a little bit past the turn off or to the woods road, but for the most part I stick to the golf cart trails. I don't go on any grass. I just do stick right on the trails. And like I said, just to map out, I got my GPS. So I want to map out the golf course cart trails for and compare it to my Google Earth and base map. So with my Garmin, anyways. Sit back, relax. You can see a bit of cruising around. The water levels were really high, but it just has amazed me that my previous video, and I've been on a ride since then. I just didn't take the camera. But on the Christmas Eve ride on December 24th, there we had lots of snow, and the trails were snow covered. And here we are, less than we'll say 3 weeks later, and we got nothing left. And if I ever figured out how to do it, I said if I could do like a picture-in-picture or a side-by-side comparison, I said if you were around today, of course overnight we received over 30 centimeters of snow. So this entire picture again looks totally different as compared to what it happened yesterday. So yeah, just cruising around the trails, exploring the golf cart trails, and checking out the river. And so you'll see when we get down to the river, there's lots of water flowing. I'll stop twice. I'll stop on the way back across the big bridge and get a good show of the flow of water. But for the most part, there's lots of water running, and everything's really running high. I imagine the lakes are now definitely not safe. No ice left in the snow, ice left in the trails. It's just amazing. So, what a couple weeks of warm weather and lots of rain will do. So coming up on the right here is a view of the river here. We're going to go across the little tiny bridge and to the little island, and then we'll cross the second bridge. But you can see the water's flowing really fast, and it's really high. I'll show other spots here where the water is overflowing in on top of the regular land. But with all the rain, it's just been, and with all the melt. I mean, we've had so much. We had a fair bit of snow too that melted. But once again, like I say, it snows all back, and so spent this morning actually plowing the driveway out because we had over 30 centimeters of snow. But as you can see, so we got some good water flowing here. It's almost like you see somebody doing a Class A kayak rapid trip. But yeah, it's very interesting. So sit back, relax. We're going to continue on across the bridge here and check out a few spots down on the golf course. I'm just sticking to the golf cart trails, and I might get off the bike a couple times. There was a few people also cruising the golf cart trails as well on their ATVs. I think they were just as curious as I was to see how much water was in the river and how much was in the lakes. But yeah, lots and lots of water. Overall, it was a good day. It was only about 2 degrees. Only gone for about an hour and a half, but yeah, it worked out really well. So sit back, relax, enjoy, and I'll be posting I might post in the comments a bit there as we go along. So we're down on the south part of the golf course, or the east part of the golf course. And you can see there's lots of water in the woods. They got some good drainage here on this golf course, so the water really wicks away really fast. But as you can see, it builds up against the railway bed and then starts flooding back in across. But for the most part, yeah, the trails were really good going around. Anyways, I get up to the top here and start cruising around, and as you can see it there, there's a little Polaris Ranger cutting across there, and giving a little wave. There, as you say, there's lots of people out, as I told her, there's lots of people out cruising the trail. So I'm just going to cut across to that trail here, the other golf cart trail, which is the recommended golf cart trail for ATVs for this time of year. There's one of those things that we have set arranged there through the ATV club that you can use the golf course to access the woods road during the off season when there's no golfing going on. But as you can see, you can almost see somebody almost golfing today. So I take a quick run out towards the woods road, and then just to see how if the snow actually stayed on the trails in the woods as well, if it was compacted any better. But as you can see, it's just as that. I didn't want to go too far. I didn't want to where it was starting to warm up and all that fun stuff. I didn't want to tear up the trails too badly. I like to let it either dry out or wait till it's colder temperatures. That way you don't tear up the trails. It doesn't take much to tear them up. So I didn't go very far, and then once I turn around, I head back and proceed up the rest of the golf cart trails, head up towards overlook for the lake. But you can't see much because of the fog off the ice because it's the warm temperatures. And then we cruise back down towards the big bridge to look at the water flow. So here we are coming up to the big bridge that crosses the river, and I'm gonna have a stop on the bridge here, and I'm gonna just walk to the edge here. I'm gonna just show you how much water is flowing in this thing. I mean, it's a lot of water, and I'll just get usually it's just a nice, relaxing, meandering type river, but it's flowing today. And I don't think the camera actually does it justice here, showing how fast this water's flowing, how big that curl is, especially on the lower side of the bridge there. But yeah, I mean, the water had to go somewhere, of course, but it's just amazing how much water is moving around. But it's almost looks like you can surf off that curl there in the thing. I know there's probably a big rock there, but yeah, there's lots of water. So earlier we were down past this again on the small bridge down by the little island, and now we're gonna continue on up and follow the rest of the trails, and we'll head up towards the clubhouse, and we'll pass that. I kind of cut that out since I've already shown that before. And we're gonna head out to a peninsula that is a new section for me, but. Drive out there and just check out once again the same lake. It's Beaverbank, or it's the lake there in our local area. And once again, there's too much fog to really see across it, but you can see how rotten the ice is. But it's a very scenic spot, and I actually follow another fellow out there on his ATV. You can see there's tracks on the golf cart trail there, but the fog didn't help with the visibility, but it was still nice to get out in the gold, even though it was only gone for a short little bit. So anyways, we'll get out there and I'll get off the bike again and take a little walk out, stroll out to closer to the point, and take a little panoramic view of the area, and then we'll get back on the bike and we'll keep passing through the trails. And it won't be long before we're heading out back onto the main road, back to the house, and then I decide to want to investigate another little trail that is being installed in the subdivision. So yeah, it's just one of those things. Anyways, if you look real hard there, I'm going to come to a stop. You can just kind of see an ATV there, kind of almost in the center of your screen there, up there, right in the center of your screen there, kind of cruising up the trail. So like I said, I wasn't the only one out checking out the water and checking out the trails and seeing how much water is flowing around. It was a busy spot in the golf course today. Well, that pretty well ends the grand tour of the local golf course. Head out down through the little trail that I come in through, get back onto the road there that takes you back to the house. But I decided while I'm on the way back to the house that I wanted to check out another trail that's being built in our subdivision, which takes us down to a nice little pond. It's part of the subdivision development, so yeah, it's a nice little trail. I believe the golf course crowd's actually putting it in, which means it'll be a good quality trail. It's not done yet. I think they got a few more obstacles to go yet. But no, get cleared out of the golf course here and get back onto the side streets of the subdivision, and we'll check out that trail, and then we'll probably then won't be very long. We'll be heading home. So, but yeah, this the new trail is actually a nice little trail. It takes you down to not very far down. I'd say it's only probably about 800 meters down. And say it's still under development. Looks like they may have put a bridge in somewhere down there. But it's supposed to be a nice walking trail. But like I said, I just want to check it out with the ATV and record it, and also map it with my GPS. So this is not on the golf course. This is the golf course itself is doing the trail, but this is part of the development for the subdivision that I live in. It's supposed to be some recreational areas, and I think this actually is taking us down to like some designated park area, which will be used by the residents for walking dogs and walking and all that kind of stuff. I imagine this will not be a motorized trail. I'm just getting my ride in quick on it before it becomes designated as non-motorized, and just have a view of it to show people that it exists and what they've got done. So it won't be long, and we'll be back up on the road, and very long after that, we'll be back at the house. And here we are, arriving back at the house. It was only a quick trip today. Only went for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Worst case scenario. I didn't put very many kilometers on the bike. I think maybe 15 kilometers. Worst case scenario. And yeah, got back. Since they were forecasting the snow, as you see, that's the little bit of snow I got left is right there. But since they were forecasting snow for the next day, so I hooked up the bike and all that fun stuff. Anyways, I want to thank everybody for tuning in, and once again, if you don't hesitate to leave any comments or anything like that. Take her easy, and we'll be riding with you the next time.